Legend of Total War here, and today we've got a bit of a situation here where Slaaneshi forces have just swarmed here on this one isle here on Ulth 1. This is Mistnar, and the guy sent this save file in, not really as a disaster campaign, but just out of curiosity, how would I deal with this sort of situation? How would you just clear out all of the stuff without just throwing mass amounts of resources at it to make it go away? And so that's the point of this video here. So we're playing a Golg Man-Eater campaign, so just briefly, hopefully I won't need to mention this again in the future. Obviously, that's not his full name. I think you understand why I'm not saying his full name. I'm also having to drop the speech volume down to 0 because he says his name. YouTube doesn't make distinctions in regard to certain words, so let's just move on from that. Okay, so this campaign is a fairly late stage campaign. He doesn't need the save file back, so I'm going to be ignoring everything that's going on elsewhere in the world. So if we get attacked elsewhere, I'm just going to basically auto-resolve it, even if it's a winnable battle. Otherwise, this could end up taking like 6 hours long, and I'd rather just focus in on this one scenario here, especially considering the guy doesn't even want the save file back. I don't need to save this campaign. So he's currently in a contract with Avalon, and you can see here just get absolutely ridiculous amounts of rewards from this stuff. And he's completed the contract. And we can see down here Ivres wants us to do another contract. He's got the same enemy. So we can basically fight him either way. But this way will be quicker. So we're going to complete this contract. And then we're going to stay at war. Although I'm pretty sure even if we accepted peace, it's not going to cause any diplomatic problems. And then this one here, we're going to accept this contract. And that's going to allow us to teleport. Hang on. Teleport over to our client's location, which is Tor Koruali over here. And that'll actually allow us to attack Tor Koruali to begin with. Now, we can't see this anymore, but we know that those armies haven't moved because it's all the same turn. It's not going to make any adjustments there. And this army here is a bit of a dog's breakfast. It is what it is. I'm not going to make any changes to this army unless certain units get wiped out. So what we're going to do is move up to about here firstly. Move up to about here, actually, because it's right on the way there. And then, maybe get a little bit closer, actually. And we're going to pop down to camp. Okay. Setting up a camp whenever you're starting a new contract can be very useful. Okay, now this camp here, if we have a look at it, doesn't have all of the stuff maxed out. I mean, as long as... Do these guys get immortality or not? No, they don't. Okay, so it could get it all wiped out. I'm going to chuck in a whole bunch of food since it's got a ridiculous amount into that camp. Let's see, I'll put about, say 5,000 in. And just finish all of these constructions. Yep. And that left us with 2,000. I basically put more in than I needed to. But like I said, I didn't send the save file back. Okay. Now, what we want to be doing before we launch the attack on Tor Koruali here, we want to make sure that we've got loads of a particular type of follower on all of these heroes that we've got here. So the follower is Campfire Storyteller. So that's reducing their Seduce unit budget by 15% each, enemy Slaaneshi armies in the local region, and reduces the corruption in the local province. So that's going to be really good. Because most of these armies here, so that's another one. Yep, all good. Most of these armies are disciple armies. Which means that if we can strip away the corruption in this area, then they'll actually start taking massive amounts of attrition. Now, we haven't quite got it yet to like 100% reduce their budget, but because the follower works in the local province, we can actually put it on this, local region. As long as we use this region here as our base operations, they're not going to be seducing any of our guys. Another thing that we can do here as well is pop down a butcher hero. Don't need to attach it into the army. Farter, okay. Let me just see if there's a particular follower that might be useful. I'm looking for anything that provides untainted. Well, this guy's taint, but in a different way. And we want to drop down wherever we can, just get strip the corruption a bit. I might attach this guy to the camp as well, and then give this guy a Campfire Storyteller. Okay, cool. So with this, we should have pretty much none of our units should get seduced. Alright, now. What's the difficulty on this? So everything's on max battle difficulty, but the campaign's difficulty and very hard. So I could auto-resolve this, but then it will take a few turns to replenish. But fighting this battle manually might take a little bit of time. If we want to, you know, really reduce the number of casualties. So, if we mainly focus on the heroes, I don't think we're really going to struggle too much, because we've got the Bugman Ale here, so we've got regen with that. Alright, we'll fight it manually. So this is a devotee army, or a disciple army that's sitting in there. The main army that we really need to find, isolate, and kill is Nakari's army. Now, these disciples armies, they don't have any upkeep, they just cost disciples. And I'm pretty sure the AI is just getting, like, just loads of them for free. But the player can do this as well. If you've got enough gifts of Slaanesh around the place, yeah, you could put this many disciple armies in a single province and just have it sit there. Don't think it's a great idea, but you could do that. So it's not like it's only the AI does it. I think the problem here is that the AI just puts so many units in so many armies in one province, it doesn't really make much sense. Okay, so we're going to come at it from this angle here. We've got some iron blasters, some ass blasters. Let's move them up a little bit. And we've also got Stone Shaker, so we'll be able to knock them off the walls quite easily. So we got Bragg the Gutsman here as well. So I reckon a few chain lightnings down there could be useful. Alright, just get out of this way so they don't cause any friendly fire. So bounce power, yeah, it seems it's in our favor. Now, if we try to use Comet of Cassandora, they'll just dodge it, because obviously Slaanesh is very quick. Sometimes when you use this, it knocks everyone down. No, I didn't do that here. Okay, that's fine. So the amount of damage we're doing with that, yeah, they mostly don't hang around near it, although it does seem like they're walking into it a bit there. Okay. Alright, and we want to be creating some breaches. Let's get rid of these towers here, because they might still get them back up on the walls. How are we going in terms of ammunition with that? 25. And yeah, okay, that's pretty good. Alright, we've got someone coming in over this way. Back. Because most of their stuff are fairly low tier, that shouldn't be an issue. Okay, get out of Golg's way. No. So the terrain is a little bit bumpy, he just couldn't get line of sight, he wouldn't shoot. So why do you keep moving forward like that? Put you on guard mode so they don't do that. Although they're not on there at the moment. But yeah, one thing we want to do here is try to make sure that our downtime on this army is minimal. I do not really think this is a very good army, but whatever. People build their armies however they want. See if we can use this however we want. So this has got range 55 meters. Bit weird. Okay. Especially considering it only targets on himself. Alright, do that again. Okay, get the Heavens Wizard back up here. Don't worry, we'll make an all-out attack. I just really want to make sure that we don't suffer... Yeah, why do they keep moving forward there? They don't suffer huge numbers of casualties on this battle here. If anything, it'd be great if we could walk out of this completely free of casualties, because that'll allow us to fight again sooner rather than later. Otherwise, I've got to go through a bunch of end turns not doing anything, and I don't like being passive. Especially when the AI is pretty brainless here. And we should be gaining balance of power with every cast we're making. We'll burn through our magic fairly quickly. keep this up because that's costing 10 winds of magic. If we create a breach, that could help as well. If we can get out of the way. So damage done so far, knocked off a few hundred. So Golg having the ability to heal, sending him into melee first, no real downside. What we could do is send him in, get him to try to pull around him, and pop down some chain lightnings around him there. So he's doing just fine. But they're not really pulling around him. Let's go for the Allurus. If we can get rid of her, then that'll obviously cause a morale problem for them. This one here will also provide us a little bit of healing. That's probably best used for whatever has the most amount of health, since it's percentage based. So bring it in and get it to start helping. Cool. Alright, now we're talking here. That's a bit better. But imagine you're hurting your own summons. No one would say that. Yeah, no one says it in the comments because I say it first. But I swear, if I don't say it, some of you guys fucking say it. It definitely happens. Oh, bone to pot. Oh, what? Okay, okay. Right, so we got essentially unlimited winds of magic with that then. Right. I guess he's got all of them active. I just didn't even think to check. All the offerings to the more. Okay, so let's heal him. Doing this. Once we see his line for healing, we'll start being a little bit more cautious. So we've killed off 1,000 of them. That's another thing as well. The less damage you take in the battle, the sooner you'll actually inflict the army losses. Like, you just won't have to kill as many of them in order to inflict it. Whereas if you just go charging in right at the beginning and you end up with like a Pyrrhic victory, you probably end up having to kill every last bloody one of them. So that bone to pot now, giving us 0.12 winds of magic reserves per second. So Golg's doing well there. In many ways, if the enemy forces had been here, this would have actually made it a lot easier, because these sieges are so bloody easy for the ogres with all of what we got here. Like, more troops would have just would have killed more. Okay, there's his max regen. We keep him in there a little bit longer, because he'll get some regen. You know, after the end turn. I really don't think they're going to attack us. Actually, let's make a quick getaway by creating a breach. Can you get out of there? Okay. So yeah, just in case you're wondering about the whole Golg, name, I have actually said his name in a video before, and that video got demonetized. So it's not worth it. I mean, you guys know what I mean. Legend, don't be a pussy, just say it. It's not about like being a pussy or whatever. It's just like, why would it? It makes making the video not worth it if that ends up happening. That's the problem. Because it gets suppressed in the algorithm as well when videos get demonetized. It just hurts the channel. It's like, I'm not going to bother. Just is what it is. YouTube has a nuke first, ask questions later. And unfortunately, asking questions later, it just tends to end up in circular arguments with the YouTube bots. all the people there. They're like, but that word was said. Yeah, but that's the guy's name. But that word was said. Yeah, but that's his name. You end up in circle. You can't do anything about it. I'm just glad none of the characters in Warhammer have the N-word put in their name. But it's his name! Alright. Brad, you want to go do some executing? Alright, so we're pretty close to inflicting the army losses, I think. We've already killed off half of them, plus we've killed off their heroes. So, yeah, and we're still just generating Winds of Magic. So we've got unlimited. We just keep casting. Thanks to Bone to the Pot. Okay, that is giving him some regen, but you only get that while in melee. Yeah, see, they try to dodge bombardments, but at least that one's fairly quick. Okay, so he does get regen while in melee. It's just that his melee capabilities aren't good enough to get more regen than what he's taking damage for. Like, maybe you have to check his equipment a bit. Yeah, it's just weird that it says range 55 meters. Oh, I see what that means. There has to be no enemy within 55 meters. That's what it means. Okay, right, I just realized that then. Got it. Got it. I'm sure many of you guys already corrected me in the comments. But I figured it out myself. Alright, we're almost done here. So let's see. So if there's a 1/3 of their numbers left, but all their heroes are gone, we've got to have gotten rid of at least 3/4 of their actual balance of power. Because, I mean, it's all just more of the same. It's not like there's a Keeper of Secrets somewhere in here. Yeah, getting rid of the Demonettes is probably best, because if you can get them to actually crumble, disintegrate, then that would be especially good, because that's just free kills. Since we've got unlimited Winds of Magic, we'll pop down Comet of Cassandoras, but good chance of it being dodged. But they didn't dodge that one. I feel like they're actually getting worse at dodging. Okay, we've actually got Dismember. I was actually looking at a potential cheese for, like, charging this stuff up. Where you... Because it charges up while they're charging, right? You get a whole bunch of units. And then you charge in. When they start charging, okay, then you pull back, and then you charge again. Works better in a field battle. Oh, actually, no, works fine here. That's it. Then we charge again. Problem is, hard to get them all to charge, just because of the obstructions in the way. Come on, get out of there. But you can see there it is charging, and that'll allow us to heal Bragg the Gutsman up a bit. And the more units that you have charging, the better. So if we had something like a Noblar, I think that even works better. But I'm not entirely sure. I've only just really started trying this faction out in my own time as well. Okay, there we go. But we need to get the next one up if we want to heal Bragg the Gutsman. So they really want you to keep cycle charging. Funny thing is, if you keep doing that, you can use Dismember to cause damage to them. Oh, okay, there we go. So that'll give them a bit of healing. Did we even suffer a single casualty? That's a good amount of healing right there. No, okay, good. So that all worked out well. Okay, so that's one Devotee army down. About 50 more to go. No, it's not that many. It's more like 20? I think it's about 20. I'm not sure. I'll try to count them, but... Should be visible once we occupy the settlement here. Alright, so we can gift it back to the client. Which, that's not the worst thing, because we should be immune to attrition now thanks to the camp. Yeah, gift this back to the client. Because that way, if they come over here and occupy it again, we can just basically do that over and over again. But that's a bit boring. I don't want this to just be endless sieges. So let's actually occupy it for ourselves and go about it that way. Might be a bit more interesting if we do that. Okay, so we'll be able to replenish in a single turn. And yeah, he's got all of these active at the moment. So that ability bone to the pot is pretty damn good. Better than what it used to be, that's for sure. You know, the one that provided Winds of Magic reserves. Okay, let's see. Does this constantly just switch back to raiding? Would have thought that they'd fix that in the hotfix, but no, they only fixed the splash attack bug. All right, so now I'm gonna recruit another army because we got tons of cash. Let's grab a. Let's see. I'm just gonna go with like a bloody Doomstack. Oh no, wouldn't it be better if we don't do this with Doom? Let's only use Golg's army, okay? Let's do this just with Golg's army. Yeah, because that would be, I think, more interesting. Although, we've got the resources to do this. Alright, so. Alright, then, let's just chill for this turn, because nothing else we can do. We should put units in this army here. Let's see, what do we got? Since it's all free of upkeep, let's chuck in a bunch of stone horns. Yeah, just got loads of money, just chuck them in there. Whatever. Don't have access to the Thunder Tusks there. Okay, and then as for his technology, what's he researching at the moment? So, Spiked Tusk Guards. Okay. Wouldn't it be better to go with Ogre Throng? It seems like you've got a whole bunch of camps that are at level 5, so this will just allow you to put more camps down at any given time. Again, he doesn't need the save file sent back, but we'll just go with that and head over to there. Only take 11. I don't think... We might play 11 turns. We'll see. Alright, so now that we have won that battle, we've stripped away 40 corruption straight away. We can see that they're taking attrition. Now, also, one of the offers to the Great Morse allows us to cause attrition to enemy armies in the local province, as long as we're providing food. But another great thing here is that there's salt, and salt stops us from any upkeep of meat. So, that's great. And also, this one here will continuously provide us more meat. Yeah, I definitely added more in there than I really should have. But yeah, we've got plenty. Okay. Then we'll just move on to the next turn now. And see how we go. So I've already half filled the contract. Right, I only want to watch whatever Seducers of Slaanesh get up to. Now, I reckon they're going to keep all their devotee armies in the area, but Nakari's going to get out of there because he's taking attrition. Because I think what happens with the AI with these devotee armies, they use them specifically for defense. And they'll only move them if there is something to attack. And because Tor Koruali is out of their movement range, they won't attack. But if I move over to here, for example, then they will attack. So yeah, it's a Skaven endgame crisis going on. I created a bit of a buffer, so hopefully they don't annoy us in this video here. But they might. I tried to get some other factions to declare war on them, but they wouldn't do it. Alright. Don't care about any of that stuff. Okay, so we've got this one here. That would be good to get rid of. Bragg the Gutsman could assassinate it, but we've also got Nakari sitting over here. Now, if we have a look at their movement range... So this one here, it says it consumes 50 campaign movement range when entering the stance, but it doesn't actually consume additional movement range per turn. So this is actually their natural movement range. They're almost within range there. Now, another thing is that you can actually stand right here, and then they can actually only attack you one army at a time. But the problem is, Nakari can come up and hit us in the arse. So that's why we need to sort of get rid of all these other settlements first. Okay, so yeah, we'll head over to Tor Akare, or Achare, I don't know. sort out Nari. Yep. Okay, we can auto that one as well. That one will actually suffer a lot of casualties. Yeah, I'll have to fight this manually, but I'll pause the recording because I'm gonna cheese the siege. It's super easy to do. There's no reason not to do it. You know, use the Heavens Wizard to just use our almost unlimited winds magic. Maybe I'll just show bits and pieces of it as it becomes interesting. So here we go. Golg just racking up kills so that we can charge up Bone to Pot. Nari's sitting over there. This guy here, we're trying to use the buff spells to keep him in the fight as long as possible so that he can rack up more kills before he reaches his max regen. Fighting these Fiends of Slaanesh aren't ideal because he is anti-infantry, but he's got enough weapon strength that it shouldn't really matter too much. Just buff him up, debuff them. Using Lord of Heavens. So with this, we've almost got him to halfway. The enemy forces are a bit stronger in this one than they were in the previous one. I really need to pull him out of this. It's just not as good as when fighting regular infantry. Okay, so we've got him at his max regen. That's fine, because we'll still get essentially unlimited winds of magic from there anyway. It just won't charge quite as quick. But anyway, I will continue fighting this battle and show anything interesting that may end up happening. Okay, little mistake happened. I sent Golg back in to try to get some easy kills. Then Nari made him rampage. Now I can't get him out of there. So I'm sending some more guys in over here to help get rid of Nari before Golg gets killed. I forgot that he can do that, basically. It's been a while since I've gone up against Nari. I'm pretty sure we'll be okay. As long as these guys get here within a reason... Okay, get him out, get him out, get him out. Get out within a reasonable amount of time. We should be okay. Yeah, we'll be okay. I gotta get that one out. See what we can in. Alright, Heavens Wizard, get out. Debuff while you can. And buff. Alright, that's not going to get any more healing. Okay, we've got this here for you. So yeah, that rampage, bit of a concern, but we've almost gotten rid of Nari now. But that's someone just sent it back in. If anything, just to get it to tie them down a little bit. Tie him down. Come on, Brad, get in there. You're got a lot of weapon strength. You can kill him very quickly. You just got to get over there. Because our poor hunter isn't doing so well. That won't do much damage to him. Nah, he's gone rampage. I can't control him any further. Come on, Bragg, get in there. Oh, no, no, no. Don't want you to be this close. Come on, move it, here we go. God damn, rampage. Such an annoying ability. Okay, I gotta get this one out of here before he gets wounded. The amount of damage that we've suffered here is not too bad. As long as the single entities don't get killed, it's fine. Like, it's not ideal. Oh, hang on, hang on. No, he's alright. They're going to back off from him. He should rally. If he doesn't, using this will make sure he rallies. I could just get this one out of there. Those Fiends of Slaanesh are really giving me a hard time. Okay, getting him out. That's good. Yeah, he'll rally. And now it's just Bragg the Gutsman stuck. Oh, and this one in here. Alright, look, Nari's buggering off, so that's fine. But yeah, I don't really have any way of shooting him directly. Okay, get them out of there. Yeah, gotta be careful when dealing with Nari. Should be fine now, but definitely gotta be more careful going forward with the rest of this battle. Okay, just going to pause it again until something interesting actually happens. Okay, so I was trying to shoot Nakari with my lead belchers, and he came out and fought, which is fine because he's about to die now because of it. I'll say I can't put my lead belchers out while in melee. There he goes, he's finally gone. Alright, cool. I've been trying to do cycle charges to try to charge up this here. Actually, if this one wants to come out, that's fine. This guy here took a little bit of extra damage. But yeah, charging all of them in. That'll be good, because those are terrible against ogres. Anti-infantry, good, there we go. And this guy here really needs that right now. Cool, cool, cool. As you can see, still getting winds of magic coming in, so no problems there. You know, a bit of damage, but we're okay. Anyway, I'll just pause it again, see how we go. Okay, really close to the end of the battle, so I thought I'd just send in, not you, send these guys in to finish the job. Yeah, there we go. I had figured it was so close to the army losses, but there wasn't that many infantry left for me to keep using magic on. And figured I just needed one last charge to finish the job. Took a while, but the entire battle was pretty much on multi-speed. 3 times speed. 8 casualties. But obviously, these guys here, all of them pretty much had a close call. Except for maybe this one. But they'll be fine. Now, as for the city here, I could gift it back to Yvresse, since I'd like to get back to the other location and primarily focus there. Jeez, that's a lot of meat. So, if we raise it, that'll give us a lot of meat. It's pointless at this point. Oh, Loot and Occupy definitely looks pretty good, though. They'll pay 70 grand for it. Yeah, I'll gift it to the client. Like I said, we don't need to give the save file back. Okay, so we've still got a little bit of movement left over. So the client is now satisfied, but I'm not. So, now we do the thing. If I stand right here... don't need to be in camp stance. Okay, so at this location here... I'm pretty sure if they wanted to attack me, they have to do that one at a time. Now, another thing is that we could have used Lightning Strike to just Lightning Strike our way through, obviously. But I wasn't willing to respec him to do that. Alright, let's see if we can get rid of this one here by any chance. Low chance of success. Still possible. Okay, so... I don't think they'll attack us. Because, yeah, they would have to come at us one at a time now. Because they can't reinforce each other. Like, if we have a look here, if this one was to attack us, none of the other ones would be able to reinforce. But they can't get over here unless they set sail. That is possible, but I don't think they realize that. So, now, let's see how we go. Now, they'll probably raise another army at Elysia. So, I should have enough movement next turn to give that to Yvresse and then get back over here, I think. Even if that means I'm standing here in force march. But let's see what they get up to. Just remnant movement from what he was making. It's all good. Now, we want to see what they're up to. Here we go. What are they going to do? Yeah, see, they can't do anything. Are they just going to shuffle around? Yep. Because none of their armies individually are stronger than Golg's, but together they definitely are. But they can't do that. So yeah, if you're ever in a situation where the enemy, in order to attack you, they've got to cross like a bridge or... some sort of like a reef crossing, standing in such a position that you're not standing right in front of it, maybe just a few tiles back from it, but your zone of control has to be covering that area so they can't just walk across to reinforce and then send the main attack over. There's a few locations in the game where you can do that. For example, the guy in Vale, that's possible to do it there. Yeah, we can skip all the rest of this. So Rictus is heading towards a blob of armies. Alright, so they didn't attack us. Cool. And let's have a look. If I was to attack that, so yeah, see, we've still got more than 50% of our movement, so we should be able to get back there, no problem. And if you have a look at them, they're taking massive amounts of attrition because there's next to no Slaanesh corruption now. Are any of these armies not devotee armies? Let's see if I can count them. It's going to be hard to count, though. Let's see. Let's start from the top up here. Maybe look at it from this way. I'll count it via the these here. This one I might be able to make it a bit easier. Okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. I think it's 14 armies. Not sure. Like I said, hard to count that. You don't know which ones I've counted, which ones I've missed. Oh, Gold Tooth died. Whatever. Okay, like, good thing he doesn't need to stay far back. Alright, so... Okay, first thing. Stop them from producing an army over here. We'll just auto that because that'll be easy. Gift it to the client. Because if I occupy, it gives them the opportunity to get across, and we don't want them to do that. So we can stay right there and go into raid stance. Yeah. There's now, yeah, minimal corruption, and that's the last settlement that they've got. And, yeah, once you've reached this point here and you've stripped them of corruption, they can set sail via the sea, but they don't do that. It would seem. Let's see if they do anything this turn, because we're raiding their territory. But, again, they're only able to send one army at a time at us. Yeah, they just didn't do anything. Now, if I had been further back... this is got nothing to do with this. Evershale camp. Probably just disband that camp. Because yeah, they kind of act like Black Arcs now, except they're not immortal. I don't think. Never gotten one killed. That being said, I've only played a little bit of this campaign so far. On my own time. But yeah, you can respec them or move the camp, and then they just end up in a recruitment pool. Put them... So that was at Evershale camp. Where's that? Because that got wrecked. Over here. I don't think you need this camp here anymore. Yeah, look, it went back to raid stance over here. So what we'll do in order... thing is, you lose the food if you do that. Well, I guess there's time before the next attack. Just, let's see. What's in here that we could do? Just auto-resolve value. Like, that doesn't even cost much. Just chuck them in there. So much money, who cares? Okay. Yeah, that's what's paying for their devotees. Okay, so if you have a look at them now, they are still taking attrition. Quite a bit each turn. Because they're also, I think, getting additional attrition due to... Ooh, we get another camp down. Because, yeah, this is a different region that we're in. Okay. Okay. Alright, the big thing here is, like, are we ready to come in here and just clear out the lot of them? And just auto-resolve our way through it? I'm not entirely sure. So the region here, we're losing Winds of Magic. Not that that really matters when we've got essentially unlimited. Can't transfer units out of the camps anymore. Got to recruit them directly into the armies, which is a little bit annoying. But excuse me, but I understand why. About to come out of nowhere. Okay, so... I think as they take attrition, these numbers are going down a little bit, but we've already met our quota. Don't be a pussy, just attack! Yeah, alright, let's have a look now. So, let's cross over. Thing is, don't have Lightning Strike, but all of these are just crappy devotee armies. Yeah, look at that. They're falling back. And thing is, only 4 of them can fight at a time, and because they're all damaged, 4 of their armies no longer are a match for Golg. Try to push them all in one direction. We don't want any of them coming back around this way. Just hurting them all up. Alright, so that's a close victory there. That's quite a lot of enemies. If we auto-resolve that, we probably won't be able to fight any more this turn. But that's okay. It's fine. What are they going to do? Alright, and then we'll just take the... just whatever. Okay, we're stuck within their zone of control, but I could just do this to back off. Yep. Now, they can attack us with 4 armies from there, but they can't do that from here. And that way we're just... okay, I'm not in their territory, just right in. This one got in my way a little bit. Okay, so yeah, they're not going to be able to reinforce this position. They're not going to attack us, basically. This just gives us a chance to replenish, plus they'll continue to take attrition. But we got rid of 4 of their devotee armies just with auto-resolve there. Cool, move on to the next turn. Imminent rebellion. Where? Is this something I need to worry about? There's... look, I said I wouldn't worry about it. I don't need to send it so far back, whatever. It's not part of this video here. It's just side stuff. If it happens, it happens, whatever. So yep, they just skipped right past them, didn't make any attacks. Because they can't win. The AI usually will not make any attack if they don't feel like it's even kind of close. Even if throwing wave after us would eventually knock us off this position, they just won't do it. Well, I guess they're refusing to attack, whatever. It's all good. Okay, so that way we got quite a bit of replenishment. Not quite to full, but they're not replenishing. Even if they're in camp stance, they're still going to be taking attrition because there is no Slaanesh corruption here anymore. We are not letting that happen. Alright, so we come back across and see if we can take out a bit more. Seems like most of the armies remaining are pretty damn weak. I think they're merging. This one here is... that's not a devotee army. It's not a disciple army. Okay, we can hit the city. Decisive victory, nice. Cool. They don't get a chance to run away from that. Cool. Alright, just sack it. Because we're not done yet. Took a little bit of damage on that. But you know, if you want to play it safe, you totally can. Just get back across over here. And we'll attack him again next turn. Oh, let it up, you pussy. Well, that's the thing. I just showing you some techniques on how you can easily deal with this stuff. If you like have just like campaign fatigue. Because it's all just the same bloody arms. Oh, okay, they're doing this. Yeah, one thing you can do if you're really not interested in fighting is just drop down the battle difficulty down to easy, and that'll be... oh wow, okay. Usually that works. Anyway. Like I said, don't need to send it so far back, doesn't matter. It's all just a distraction. I'm focusing on this. We've obviously sorted this. You guys can see that that's going to be... I reckon next turn we'll sort that out. Alright, so this turn here, they put some more armies inside the city. They can't run away when we attack that, so we'll go straight for it. Certain units take way more damage than others. Sack that again. And there are only 4 devotee armies left. Okay, we'll just whatever. And then lucky last. So we'll occupy that. And that should be the end of the Seducers of Slaanesh. So not too difficult to deal with. So if you see a huge blob of Slaaneshi armies like that, don't get too discouraged. There's definitely ways of going about it. You just have to remember that it's probably easiest to take them out a little bit at a time. Because after you've wiped out one Devotee army or a couple of Devotee armies, it takes time before they can produce more. Nari has probably sat here since turn 20 or 30 and just pumping out a Devotee army, a Disciple army, like once every 10 turns. And then we showed up and thinking, oh my god, he's spamming out armies. But the AI is just super passive. They sort of complete their initial objectives and then they just sit around fucking doing nothing. And that's what happened here with Nari. Although he was extremely high level. So maybe he was doing stuff, but those Disciple armies weren't. And then after the end of this, we complete our contract. Done deal. And then make peace with the client's armies or whatever. Cool. Anyway, that sorted out that area. The whole of Seducers of Slaanesh wiped out in a, not a painful way. This is definitely not my favorite army to produce, but, made it work. No units got wiped out. We mostly auto-resolved our way through that. Could have fought them manually, but it just would have been a waste of time, really. Anyway, that's the end of this one. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Hope you learned something. Appreciate you, and we'll see you next time. Later, guys.